One Piece is finally back from his break and 11-12 is out, so let's get into it. For starters, with how silly Kinemon is, it's kind of funny to think about that he's actually like the shogun of Wano right now. Momo still has the mind of an 8-year-old, so he can't really do any leadership duties. He has to go to Kinemon for clarity, I would imagine. But hopefully this cover story leads to these guys going to wherever Luffy and gang are going to be. Because right now in Egghead, everything is looking kind of topsy-turvy. All the Mark III Pacifista have been incapacitated, which is crazy. Because it was 50 of those, which means Ethan's been going all around the island making sure he took every single one down. But what he says here about Juri Bonney is something that I always found really cool about One Piece. Because it has nothing to do with devil fruits, it has nothing to do with haki, but Bonney now has all of these Mark III Pacifista under her control, including the Kuma Seraphim. So in terms of not strength, but power, influence, Bonney now, she's like top 20. Because if you don't got the speed like Ethan to go and take down 50 Mark III Pacifista, then you just gotta shrug your shoulders when she pull up. Meanwhile though, everybody's still running trying to get to the ships, and we see this Vice Admiral run up on Franky, but he gets one shot, as he should, cause at the end of the day, while Franky is not, one of the monster trio, he is still a commander and an Emperor crew right now. Of course a Vice Admiral can't do nothing. This dude is way out of his pay grade. Same with this dude that pulled up on Bonney, but he got it way worse than the dude that Franky knocked out. Bonney turned this dude into a baby and then kicked his ass. That is probably one of the most craziest things you could do. The dude over here is even like, this is hard to watch, please stop it. Should've picked your battles better, y'all the ones trying to kill a 12-year-old girl. Then in the Labo Stratum, we got York and Mars looking for wherever Vegapunk is sending this signal out from. And you can tell that Mars is just done with all of this. Cause once he sees that this is the same room that Vegapunk made the transmission from, he blows it up. Even York has to be like, dude, stop doing that. You're not gonna find what it is you looking for by just blowing up stuff randomly. See, the broadcast is still going on. You ain't stopped nothing. But he does not care. He's really gonna blow up everything until the lab is just gone. But luckily, York's able to pinpoint where it's coming from, so Mars goes up to that, which is in Punk Records itself. But now Stussy's gonna be staying behind to fulfill one final mission, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be the thing that traps Mars up in Punk Records and lets everybody else get away. Because at the end of the day, Vegapunk is the smartest dude in the world, and he knew that there was a traitor amongst his satellites. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't put the actual transmission where another satellite could figure out where that one is. Or this might end up being a callback to what Atlas told us earlier in the arc when it comes to light particles and the gloves that she has to touch and interact with it. Let's think for a moment. What if this is the actual transponder signal that is sending out the signal, but he made it into light particles, so you can't even turn it off unless you have the gloves to touch it? I think that would be genius. And if Vegapunk's as smart as me, he would do that. Now, he's probably smarter, so he might think of something different, but I just think that'd be a really cool thing that, has been set up prior. But getting back into it, one of the Gorosei has this black hole suction that he could just suck up everything in the area. And then Luffy just, put the building in his mouth and he kicks it off like a rocket. Look at the trail of smoke leading behind it. And then after he powers down, then powers right back up, he gives Workyuri the Kaido treatment, but it turns out completely different because Workyuri's skin is tougher than that of Kaido's dragon scales, which is insane. But again, Luffy is not hitting this dude with advanced Conqueror's haki, so he probably can damage it, he just wants to conserve his strength. Then to end everything off, we got some potential matchups coming in with the weakest 3 Straw Hats going up against Saturn, of all people. But we did see Bonney was able to stab him, he just regenerates from everything. So these guys can hurt him, and they're clever enough that I think they can actually find a way around them. I think these 3 are good. Now it's these guys fighting Ethan that I think is gonna be a problem. Bonney does have an army of Pacifista at her beck and call, but he just got finished taking them all out, so Bonney is kind of dolo right now, just with Franky and Atlas. However, I still think that she can call the Seraphim Kuma to come and help her out, so they still got a really good amount of power there, so I would say these guys are good too. But at the end of the day, we won't know for sure until next week, and it turns out there ain't no break, so that's where I'm gonna see y'all. I would have waited to put this one out because I wanted to do a stream with it, but I'll save that one for next week. But if y'all got any other ideas of what it is that you want to see me stream, whether it be on here or on Twitch, let me know in the comments down below.